Pearl Harbor by Adam, Vincent, and Ethan. On December 7, 1941, the Japanese launched a surprise attack on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor on Hawaii. The Japanese wanted to conquer all of Southeast Asia. However, the U.S. was preventing them from accomplishing that goal, so Yamamoto Osuruki, the commander of the Chief of Japan's combined fleet, had planned the attack against the U.S. Pacific Fleet. On December 7, 1941, Washington intercepted a written message from Japan, threatening war. A last-minute warning was sent to the Pacific commanders. However, General Short did not receive the message until 2 hours after the attack. Poor communication between Washington and Hawaii helped Japan accomplish the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. The reconnaissance at Pearl Harbor had been lax. A U.S. Army private who noticed a large flight of planes on his radar screen was told to ignore them, since a flight of B-17s from the United States was expected at that time. The attack destroyed nearly 20 American ships and more than 300 airplanes. U.S. military casualties totaled more than 3,400, including more than 2,300 killed.
I was below decks while prep for the morning colors sounded. At the start of each day, a signalman in the Pearl Harbor Tower raised a white and blue prep flag. This signaled the color guards on the ships to raise their American flags. 7 battleships were moored on Battleship Row along the southeast shore of Ford Island. Ford was a small island in the harbor, cut in half by a runway. The Arizona was sandwiched between the island on one side and the repair ship Vestal on its seaward side. As I stepped into the sunshine on the forecastle deck, I heard the drone of aircraft engines and bombs exploding on Ford Island. Several of us ran to the bow to see the planes on the runway bursting into flames and the water tower toppling over. The men pointed overhead. Craning my neck, I recognized the red quote-unquote meatballs on the silver wings of the planes doing the bombing. Japanese Zeros, emblazoned with the nation's rising sun disk. They circled in figure eights like birds of prey. We ran to our battle stations. I sped up steel ladders to get to my station. As I was running, I felt a wallop on the ship's hull, followed by a muffled explosion. I raced up the ladder to the radio shack, up another ladder to the signal bridge, up a third ladder to the bridge, and finally up a fourth ladder to the sky control platform. I looked over my shoulder at the harbor, which was in chaos. A Zero bore down, splintering our deck. It flew so low I could see a pilot taunting me with a smirk and a wave. The air defense alarm sounded, followed by general quarters. Attention, attention, attention. Man your battle stations. This is no drill. This is no drill.
President FDR addressed a joint session of the U.S. Congress on December 8th, the day after the crushing attack on Pearl Harbor. FDR said that December 7, 1941, is a date that will live in infamy. War was then declared on Japan by Congress. The United States had now officially entered World War II. Today, millions of people around the world come to visit the Pearl Harbor Memorial. It's located in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, 3,000 miles from the west coast of America, and 4,000 miles from Japan. There are more than 1.8 million visitors each year from all over the world. The USS Arizona Memorial is built over the sunken battleship USS Arizona, the final resting place for those who lost their lives at Pearl Harbor. We now mourn all those who died at the USS Arizona. Thank you very much for your time.